Hi friends, it's Lori Walden coming at you today with my floor plan, which I know is very hard to read like that, but I'm going to get you through it. I also have it on my computer. You can take a look at that. And then I'm going to go through the various areas that we are discussing and learning about. So my 2-year-old classroom is set up for children. I have 14 spaces in this classroom. They are 2 years old and on the verge of turning 2 years old. There's a lot of things to explore and do. Safety is my number one concern when it comes to working with children. Always supervise the children and engage with them, but also give them the opportunity to use the activities on their own and to investigate. A teacher should never leave the classroom when the children are present unless there is another qualified adult in the room. Teachers should always have an accurate roster of who is in the classroom. Counting the children and knowing how many there are at any given time is a must. A face-to-name roll call should be done throughout the day and every time there is a transition. For example, if the class is going outside to the playground, a face-to-name should be done while lining up and again once the kids are outside. Same thing on the transition from the playground to the classroom. The welcome sign, the welcome and sign-in table are just inside the door, which is right here. And it's near the cubbies. There are also hooks and buckets in the hallway before you enter, with the information for parents hanging on the wall. This is where the parents can sign in their child for the day and fill out the child's daily sheet. The daily sheet asks the child's parent when the last diaper change was, when they last ate, how they slept, who will be picking the child up and when. The teacher will then fill out the daily sheet to let the parent know when and what happened at the changing table, what the child ate and how much, napping times and duration, and any information the parent might need. And also what the child did during the day. The highlight of my day is a great way to let the parents know what the child likes and or maybe something you found out they dislike. It's a good way to communicate with the families. There are a lot of apps out there. I know the Remind app is a great way to stay in touch with the parents, and you can send them a lot of pictures during the day. And then the cubbies I have right here on the inside. So you walk in, you have cubbies here, the welcome sign, and then you have some books over here. And then we have the building block area. So the cubbies in the classroom are a place where the child can hang their bag with their water bottles, nap time items, sheets, lovey blanket, extra clothes, extra sheet, and anything they might need during the day. The hallway cubbies are where they can hang their coats, boots, snow gear. During the summer months, they can keep their water play stuff there. And in the winter months, they can keep their snow pants and all their gear that they're going to need, like their boots and stuff. You make sure these cubbies are secure to the wall and do not have any sharp corners or wear and tear. The cubbies are safe for the children, and the teacher will report any damage or changes to the school administrators immediately and get them fixed and keep the children away from them if they're not. At the entrance of the classroom is also a chill out corner and a quiet spot. It's a good spot for 1 or 2 friends to have quiet time, or maybe one spot when a friend needs to take a break or is having a hard time. Maybe they miss mommy. Pillows and a cozy rug are available and cleaned regularly. Books, tiny Etch-a-Sketch, and poppers are provided. For safety's sake and good health practices, the classroom is disinfected at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Going clockwise from the door in the welcome area, I have the block area. I guess it's not clockwise there. Changing table with the trash can, the bathrooms, first aid kit is over there and out of reach of the children. Bathroom and sink, sensory, math, science, art easel, dramatic play is up and over here. Tables for eating and writing and the table choices, then library and circle area. Art supplies are stored on one shelf and the art is scattered throughout the classroom as it is incorporated into the other areas. The tables are used for eating, math activities, writing, and other table activities. They are washed throughout the day and kept neat and clean when not in use. A tablecloth or covering the table with large paper or newspaper can be used while doing messy projects. The chairs can be stacked neatly and safely so the children can do standing activities and the teachers can mop the floor at the end of the day. Always keep the classroom neat and disinfected as much as possible. PLECCS encouraged in a developmentally appropriate way in each center by having cognitive development happening because my materials are open-ended and allow for exploration and investigation. The children will have the opportunity to learn alongside each other and with each other. They will have time to gain social and emotional development. All of my classroom materials and tools are safe for the children. The materials are age and developmentally appropriate. The classroom materials are open-ended, allowing the child to take the activity in a new and creative direction. Every center encourages creative thinking and exploration, emotional and social development, cognitive development, language skills, writing skills, and everyday skills such as hand washing, and helping to set the table. Blocks and building area is a great place for children to learn about spatial awareness and foster math and science concepts through play-based exploration. Social and emotional development are addressed in this area by building and working through physical concepts, either next to a friend or with a friend. Parallel play is common for a 2-year-old classroom, and it is when children work next to each other, but not necessarily with each other. In this area of the block area, there are wooden blocks of various sizes, shapes, mirror blocks, window blocks, wooden cars and trucks to use with them, Legos, train tracks, and trains. Tabletop building can include magnetiles, bristle blocks, Duplo blocks, building flower set, or any items that connect and are safe for a 2-year-old classroom. If you have kids under 2, you cannot use those items until everyone turns 2. These items are open-ended and allow for creative and cognitive development. Science and sensory area has a water table that can also be used as a dry sensory bin. That's right over here. The art easel is there as well. This area has many open-ended items available to the children. The teacher will take time to switch them out every few weeks to change it up and allow for new exploration. We have magnets, a light table, natural materials such as pine cones, acorns, seashells, crystals, magnifying glasses, bugs and a bug life cycle and acrylic blocks, large tweezers, prisms, various opaque shapes, and letters to be used on the light table. There are real plants hanging overhead. You can see them over there. The teacher has used the opportunity to replant the plants with the children so they felt like they were part of bringing the plants into the classroom and transfer them from one of the store plastic containers to new plant holders that hang from the ceiling. The hooks, of course, are secure and safe. The children take turns watering the plants with the help of the teacher every Monday. This task is to help foster a sense of community and belonging. Dramatic play has musical instruments such as tambourines, drums, small piano, shakers, wooden music sticks, and other items that the teacher can switch out periodically. There is a play kitchen. That's up and over here. A lot going on over there in dramatic play. A dress-up center along with baby dolls and accessories such as a play crib and high chairs. The baby dolls have clothes, small blankets, carriers, bottles, and other toys and items for the dolls. The dramatic play address center addresses cognitive thinking, social and emotional development, spatial awareness, physical development by playing and using muscles in the hand and body. There are many items to be found in this area, such as play food, dishes, cups, utensils, plastic or wooden pots and pans, cloths, vases, and silk flowers for centerpiece arrangements. Everything can be put away at the end of the door and stored safely and neatly. Art supplies are on a shelf, and the children can make art while working at the table or at the easel. The teacher also provides clipboards which foster a sense of independence and allow for personal creativity and exploration. Art supplies include but are not limited to markers, crayons, big pencils, chalk, watercolor, paints, and Play-Doh. Play-Doh is a great way for the children to build up the muscles in their hands, which will help in handwriting in the years to come. It is easy to make Play-Doh at home or at the school using flour, cream of tartar, oil, and warm water. You will cook this on the stovetop for about 5 minutes. It will last longer than just flour, water, and food coloring. You can add the food coloring to the whole batch or separate it and make a bunch of different colors. You can Google a recipe for homemade cooked Play-Doh. It's the only thing I ever use cream of tartar in except Snickerdoodle cookies. Fun fact. The teacher must be present and involved with the project when the children are using paints and any art supplies that the child might be tempted to eat. And also make sure everything is non-toxic in case they do decide to eat it. The drying rack for the artwork is in the hallway outside of the classroom. The library and circle area have a bookshelf, calendar, whiteboard, birthday board, and a list right there. Library, circle area, and a list of days of the weeks and the months of the year. The alphabet is on display as well as everything in the classroom being labeled with the correct spelling and an easy-to-see font. The teacher chooses a letter of the day as well as a shape of the day, which will be discussed and explored at circle time. The teacher reads to the children and has words with pictures to foster new vocabulary and ideas. The children each get the opportunity to talk about how they are feeling today. The teacher leads the children in songs that the children already know and may introduce new songs throughout the school year. The teacher might discuss ways the children can help their bodies stay healthy and safe, such as demonstrating the correct way to wash hands. Writing supplies are offered to the children in the way of dry erase boards, chalkboards, and all the materials used for the art activities such as markers, crayons, dabbers, Play-Doh, clipboards, paper. They can also help with their daily sheets at drop-off. Older classrooms have children sign in. This is a 2-year-old classroom, so the 2-year-old might not know how to sign in. Diversity and inclusion is fostered by making everyone feel welcome, safe, and comfortable. A sign language poster is on the wall, and the teacher will go over signs at circle time to reinforce the signs the children already know and introduce them to new words throughout the year. Books, toys, and posters include diverse families and people in wheelchairs as well as other handicaps. Sign language is also a great thing to keep up. A lot of the kids know it from being babies. And if you can keep that going and add stuff to it, it's really awesome. They will also love to learn how to spell their name once they're old enough to learn that concept. So at least learn the basic alphabet and learn your children how to spell their names in sign language. If you can do that, that will help foster the interest in sign language. Cots are stacked neatly and safely when not in use, and are cleaned daily. They're right here. When they are placed in the room, they are placed in accordance with the New Hampshire state licensing laws for child care centers for a 2-year-old classroom. A first aid kit hangs on the wall near the diaper changing table out of reach of the children. So that would be right over here. The building is equipped with a sprinkler system for fire safety. The children practice fire alarms once a month, as well as other drills in accordance with the state laws. I know we all dread those and they're terrible, but we must do them because fire drills have proven to reduce death in school fires. There has not been a school death by a fire, I believe, since 1973 or something like that. You can look that up. But anyway, outdoor environment is safe and secure and has no way for the children to wander away. This is very, very important. When you take the children outside, do not let them go out of your sight, not even for a second. The teacher has a backpack with the emergency binder, including all the children's contact and a first aid kit, tissues and wipes. Some extra diapers is not a bad idea. Maybe some plastic bags to put those in. The playground has a sandbox area with trucks, shovels, rakes, funnels, and other manipulatives that are appropriate for a 2-year-old sandbox. The teacher must take heed to check the playground daily and every time it is used to make sure the equipment is secure and safe. It is especially important on Monday morning since the children and their families or teenagers may have used it over the weekend. You want to make sure there are no dead animals, which I know sounds funny, but this happens with birds that fly into the school windows. There is a climbing structure with steps and slides and fun steering wheels to foster imagination and growth. Under the structure, there are musical instruments drums that they can drum on. Natural materials such as big rocks are present and available for the children to touch and climb on. These same rocks could be turned into anything with the child's imagination. Balls, scooters, sand toys, hula hoops, watering cans, trucks, cars, shovels, buckets, sidewalk chalk. Seasonal activities such as water day during the summer and snow shovels and snow play once the ground is covered. A good playground will also include playhouses, climbing wall, balance beam, three-wheelers, and a nice secure toy chest to store everything. The teachers might decide to go for a walk off school grounds and perhaps go on a nature hunt or walk to the Keys Airport, such as we do, and see what we can see. It's always fun going on an adventure. If so, the teacher will leave their number at the front desk of the school with the number of children and the staff going along. It is always best to have an extra adult on hand while going off for off-campus adventures. So thank you for listening to my ideas, looking at my crazy, handwritten, super fun, adventurous, lots of learning classroom. Have a great day, everyone. Be safe.